I'm your host, Linkus Reborn, out here for the Moonlit podcast. Today I'm joined by the Jack Tsukuyomi and
Yoroshiku.
the Death to All.
How you doing?
Alright, well, shit's going to get this shit fucking popping at this point. I think we're going to talk off of, God.
Fucking
Not
fine.
God. We were not going to talk off of...
We can just keep talking about fucking what we were talking about, which is, fucking Fallout DLC.
What? Now think about it, though, man. How come most people didn't play the Fallout 3 DLC? I'm curious about
I don't even remember Fallout 3.
See, the thing for me is...
Primarily because the only games I played are New Vegas and 4.
The thing for me is, like, I started trying to play Fallout 3, and, like, Fallout 3 has such a weird difficulty curve to it. Like, you go through everything leading up to, like, the main city, DC, and it's all just fucking, like, angry Brahmins and fucking mole rats, and as soon as you get into DC, every fucking enemy in that bitch is a super mutant. Like, every motherfucker in DC is either a super mutant or Brotherhood of Steel. Like, that's the only motherfuckers you talk to. Until you get to the fucking, what's her face? I feel like it starts with an N, but all I can think of is Navient. Because that's the motherfuckers who are reigning over my life right now with my fucking debt.
No fucking
Me
lie,
too,
man.
man.
They are holding it to my check like it's nothing, man.
That's bullshit. They're not.
But,
they're not fucking with me. Primarily because they just took out loans.
Like, with Fallout New Vegas, it was a very gradual curve. Like, literally you didn't have to go in the one direction that they set out for you. But at the beginning of the game,
What
it's
the
like,
fuck?
okay, here's the thing.
I ulted. I went through the animation, and then I went to attack, and I broke out of my ult and kept my ult.
Get fucked. But, what was I just saying?
We were talking about...
New Vegas, it's like, okay, you're at a crossroads. You can either go left, get your fucking ass kicked, but if you make it, you're going to be in New Vegas in like 10 minutes, tops. Or you can take a happy ass down the other road, which is going to take you literally around the opposite edge of the map in a fucking backwards C formation. But you're not going to get your fucking ass kicked because, like, the first people you see are just some fucking bullshit ass bandits. And then you got, like, rad roaches, rad scorpions and stuff, and it leads up. Like, it really has a difficulty curve that feels like you are making progression instead of being, like, in a tutorial, and then all of a sudden, hey, motherfucker, this is the real world.
So basically, that's what you're doing the first time.
Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? You're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun?
I wish it was. Which, I'm not gonna lie, every Fallout game is fun as shit. Or at least 3 on.
Besides
I
3.
don't know shit about fucking...
Fallout 1 was pretty fucking smooth.
I don't know anything about any of the fucking...
So you don't know about the master and everything, fool?
I'm aware of the master just because, like, that's... like, the master is kind of a pop culture kind of... not icon, but, like, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it's something you hear about even if you've never played.
Hey, you remember that robot, fucking fleshy, fucking computer mixed up hodgepodge motherfucker?
Said, hey, you remember super mutants? Okay, now do you remember the super mutant supercomputer?
That.
Motherfucker had, like, eyes on a fucking separate tendril from his goddamn head. Didn't have a fucking torso head ass.
Who the fuck is that?
I checked my Snapchat. These bitches stole the syrup from Denny's.
All right, man. Okay. Next point,
like,
bro.
Wait. I want to hear about this syrup.
It's like tall, thin syrup bottle. They stuck it in their shirt and just walked the fuck out.
Like a whole syrup bottle.
Yeah.
Like a full-size bottle of syrup.
A full-size
Who does
fucking
that?
bottle of syrup.
Hey, Timmy, what kind of ratchet-ass lukewarm motherfuckers are you talking to?
Actually, they're really cool people. But...
Yeah, they're still ratchet.
Yeah, they're fucking really cool
motherfuckers.
people who steal syrup from Denny's. You can suck my ass.
But real talk though, who the fuck Who does shit like that, bro? I like I don't hear shit. I don't hear like super. You think you need some water?
Yes.
Go get you some.
I don't want to be kicked out of
Lukewarm
this game.
fucking flim throat ass motherfucker. Damn old goddamn melted American cheese throat ass motherfucker. Can't fucking deal with your coughing and shit.
I am insulted.
Old coated Philly cheesesteak neck ass motherfucker, bro. Don't even fucking start with me, bro. Well, fuck.
I'm having to try real hard not to fucking cough my goddamn lungs out of my chest.
Fucking white queso provolone coated neck flim ass bitch. Like I can't.
He is out here strong with the fucking flame.
But
fucking Dawn Blade in this bitch.
Throwing that shit. But bro, when we were growing up, bro, no one was doing shit like that. Like, you heard about murder every once in a while.
The fuck they weren't.
Okay,
what? Fucking you know the cups, the fucking the blue translucent plastic Pepsi cups.
Yeah, I got like 19 of those motherfuckers. What about it?
Exactly.
I didn't steal those.
Stole like 83 of those motherfuckers.
What the fuck?
Like over
You're
the
honest,
course of several years.
Embezzling Coca-Cola cups from CC's Pizza. Talking about, I paid $5. I deserve this.
Why you sound like Cleveland?
My aunt used to fucking steal all that kind of shit. Like, she stole a whole fucking container of Red Robin's fucking signature seasoning.
Hey, that shit's bomb though. I'd snatch that. I put that shit on everything. Red Tide sauce.
Like,
Flim throat. Go get some water.
I will after this game.
Right, Jay's right. You do need to fucking drink shit.
Yeah, please drink some shit. It'll probably make you stop fucking coughing because it clog up your throat.
I'll be right back.
Shit. Good, motherfucker.
But petty theft is always a thing.
But it's always been like it's always been dumb shit. Now see, I don't go to restaurants to be like, oh nigga, I need some ketchup at the crib. Let me grab this fucking ketchup off the table and take it with me. You feel me? Like, if it was some Cholula, that's different though. You know what I mean? Everybody loves Cholula. That's my fucking hot sauce, bro. Like on some real shit. Or it's a big ass bottle of Sriracha, and I'm poor. You know, I gotta go get me some Sriracha. You know what I mean? I need that shit for my noodles. It
makes more sense to me if it's something that you can't just fucking get. Like the fucking Red Robin seasoning. Like, this was before you could just buy that shit. Because eventually they came out with that shit in stores. But this was prior to that. So like that, like it's still fucking petty theft. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's petty
as fuck.
But
the like, Pepsi cup thing is not petty though, man. Because, bro, real talk though, those are some good ass fucking cups, man.
Those are some good ass cups. We've had those motherfuckers since I was 9 years old. Not a goddamn one of them ever broke.
Like, and those motherfuckers, they'll drop, get chipped, and everything, bro. They don't give a fuck.
But next up on words that make me uncomfortable, kachiga.
Oh, I am. Boy, you look like a kachiga.
And he said, next up on suffixes that make me uncomfortable, iga.
Yikes.
I don't know why. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm looking up kachiga on dictionary.com. Nothing popped up. I'm sorry.
Lightning Queen is fucking dead.
In memoriam.
All evidence of him has been destroyed.
I'm trying to think of another fucking word that makes me fucking just ugh. Why does the word moist throw people off?
I don't know, man.
I was just gonna say something about moist because, like,
I think we were all gonna say something about moist,
and everybody just shrivels up like they're fucking not moist anymore. Like somebody pulled all the moisture out of the bitch ass. But like,
pull the moisture out of these bitches.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that all the way. I'm gonna type in moisture on my fucking phone. Moist. All right, here we go. Moist. Okay, this is probably all right. There's a variety of things wrong with this fucking word.
Yo, Alex,
all right,
get on Paragon.
I'm gonna go to Urban. No. Motherfucker, can we do this? No, you bored? You need a motherfucking ball to play with. You need to get rid of the phlegm. What's
Yes.
up, bro?
But you know,
Let me tell you
look
what
at
I need.
Paragon.
I need a game that I can play with like literally just my mouse right now because I am not trying to get into some fucking.
Alex, I just need you to look at the loading screen for Paragon.
What the fuck? What?
Paragon had a really big update on Thursday.
But
Yeah,
let
I
me
know
tell you
it's
about some moist real quick. You ready? The greatest Urban Dictionary, first line, moist, the greatest word in a dictionary. Whoa, fucking right there. Fucking add to an innocent sentence to make it sound dirty. Double the pleasure by combining with words like panties and genitals. Moist is the perfect word to make others feel uncomfortable.
Is this
That's
shit?
so moist.
Okay,
What?
like I wanted to let you finish, but I'm still pretty mad. You said, "All right, let me tell you all about this." Moist in Urban Dictionary.
You get a real feel for it, man. You feel me, man?
You just hit Urban
Dude.
Dictionary. It says moist definition. Fucking asterisk mouth sounds asterisk.
Me too.
Shut up. Fucking done. Dude, unless you're describing cape. I love cape. Unless you're describing cake, moist isn't very cool. Doesn't that make your panties moist? Group of listeners disperses with looks of disgust.
Y'all ready to watch me stream some fucking Osu?
What?
Osu, the fucking rhythm game?
I heard ussy, and I was like, what?
Yeah, I said it Japanese as fuck.
Oh, shit.
Osu.
That's something.
Yeah, man, it all it means is slightly wet. Damper. You
You talking about Osu?
sure, it makes you fucking moist.
Osu
Go to
does not
Japan,
make me moist.
Hey, what's your favorite rhythm game? Slightly moist?
Slightly moist, a traveling dancer's tale. Fritters
Damn,
kind of sets me off, man.
Really don't want to hook my controller up, but I kind of want to play Sonic Adventure 2 because that shit is actively on my Steam. So is Sonic Generations, which is a good ass fucking game.
I haven't thoroughly enjoyed a Sonic game in a long
Okay, did you play Generations?
yes.
Oh hey Jay, they buffed
Fuck.
Wraith.
Good.
I bet they fucking did, but like, I'm concerned with the fact that you didn't enjoy Sonic Generations.
I enjoyed it, but I there's never been a Sonic game that made me want to play it again besides Sonic the Hedgehog 2, bro. Real talk.
I relate to that on a certain level, but like, I mean, I've always been behind pretty much every Sonic game. Like, everybody's always like, oh, fucking, literally every Sonic
Okay,
game.
but
between-
Sonic Unleashed was garbage.
Okay.
I don't
that's
wanna
the
hear
fucking-
any
Sonic Unleashed had some good ass qualities. Like,
It just
like you notice every fucking, like, the problem with Sonic games is that they tried to like make it into so many different kinds of games. Like, if you notice, every Sonic game that has levels where you play as something other than fucking basic ass regular Sonic, everybody's like, yeah, that game's kind of trash, but like all the Sonic levels are good. Because like,
Okay. Also,
it's 'cause
fuck
Sonic's
you,
too iconic.
Shadow the Hedgehog was.
That was a shitty game. It was a shitty game.
I
I'm
fucking
sorry.
love that game.
That doesn't just because you love it
It
doesn't mean
was-
it's not shitty. Like, come on, don't get me wrong. Like, I love. All right, let me see. What's a
generally
shitty game?
speaking, it was
that I
fun
enjoy?
garbage.
Let's see. Let me look at my fucking. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, yeah, I love Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Doesn't mean it was a
Ooh,
good
God
game.
bless, me too.
Like it was
Oh,
like
I love that game.
it was really fucking fun. It's not a good game. Like it's not a good Resident Evil game. It's not.
Running around.
It's a
in
black
those
child.
This
fucking-
looks
Oh,
astounding.
what was that dude's name? You know the dude I'm talking about. The one everybody wanted to be with the fucking knife and the hand cannon and shit.
Oh, it's not Hunk. What the fuck's his name? Not Spectre.
Some
Oh
Russian
god.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I
Okay.
Russian as
Absolutely
fuck.
love this shit.
Motherfucker was called
Uh,
like fucking Putinovsky or some shit.
Fucking name's Vladimir Putin. All right, well, matter of fact, let's keep running with that, bro. What else is the fucking good ass game that fucking fell by the wayside because of fucking bad reviews?
Okay, are you talking about good games that got bad reviews, or games that were, as I previously said, really fun garbage?
Just go with really fun garbage. Fuck it.
Shit. I
Evolve.
Jay,
I'm saying.
penetrates geometry.
Evolve.
What does that mean?
You said what, Tim?
Penetrates geometry.
It goes to the map.
I thought. Yo.
Yeah, but it has a certain range.
but
But yeah, Evolve was a really fun game. It's super fucking fun. It's suspenseful. It has strategy. You're fighting a big ass fucking Cthulhu tentacle hentai monster. Fucking 30% of the time. It just the replayability wasn't as high as they expected it to be.
Right,
Because
right. Once you've done it once, it's generally. I mean, you can do it a few times, and it's suspenseful. I mean, really, what it is being able to play with people that you have a good time with. Like, if you could get 5 people together that you're fucking good friends with, and fucking just have all those motherfuckers in a Discord chat and play Evolve together, that's the jam. Cause like you got 4 people all trying to fucking strategize and shit, and then you just got one motherfucker like,
I'm coming.
Me too.
Timmy, shut the fuck.
Also, they made towers look like dead ass turrets now.
good.
But fucking one. I remember playing Evolve competitively, man. It was a really good scene. It was,
It's just
man.
a wild statement to even hear. Like just to hear like an asymmetric multiplayer game being played competitively. Like that's almost like 2 different leagues. You got a whole league of monster players, and then you got a whole league of.
And that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was, man. Like, a team consisted of like normally 4 people and a monster player. You know what I mean? It was never just 5 people. You know, one dude's pretty good with the monster. There was always like a dedicated monster player, man, and they fucking wrecked shit. But okay, all right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna transition that shit from fucking talking about asymmetric fucking competitive games, playing a medic in any fucking game on a competitive fucking thing. All right. Motherfucking good, bad, and ugly, bro. The good side, everybody needs it. If you do great, everybody loves you. Everybody wants you on their fucking team. The bad, you fuck up an ult, you fuck up not healing somebody, you drop the ball on a fucking res or motherfucking saving a team from a wipe. Motherfucker, everybody's gonna see it and blame you for everything that went wrong. And the ugly
is when you try and play fucking offense healer.
right, bro, and you just fucking can't, man. Like if you
Okay.
you can't carry the slack for an entire team, man.
The
Yeah.
one exception is in Evolve with
Talking about Lazzy.
Lazarus.
Talking about Lazzy.
Absolutely,
You talking about Lazzy?
that motherfucker
Lazzy.
was what I was about. Like you had your healing burst, and you didn't get your regular like healing gun or whatever it was. But that fucking sniper rifle, that fucking semi-auto shit. Oh my god! I have so many.
It was a
fond
really good weapon.
memories.
It was a really good fucking weapon, man.
I have so many
Yeah.
fond memories of just like lighting a fucking monster up with like 30 different fucking hit points and just wrecking their health before they run away. And then
And
fucking
turning
cloaking
invisible.
and picking somebody up off the fucking ground.
Let me see. Lazarus ranking Evolve. Because I was like ranked 3,000 in the world with Lazarus, bro. Like that was my
insane.
motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah. And, I think I played Trapper a decent amount of the time.
You did.
Yeah, you played Trapper most of the time, I believe. Actually, shit, do you still have that game, Alex?
Yeah, I think it was because they made it free to play, so I got it on Xbox.
I know. I still have that shit.
Bro, what's the? Are we talking about a LAN party right now? Because that shit sounds fucking bomb.
Fucking honestly, if we can get some people together and stream that shit, I would love it.
Who else has an?
Alright,
Well,
viewers,
okay, I take that
what
back.
do you
I
think?
have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 Xbox Ones. So
Hey, shut the fuck up.
until I go get my Xbox One X. All right, let's relax, guys.
True, I am trying to get one of those motherfuckers, but I'm trying to get too much shit. I gotta
Fuck
get
you
this
telling me,
fucking
man.
VR headset. I hopefully can get a fucking Note 8 because I'm about that shit.
Oh yeah, John has one. It's pretty fucking lit.
Yeah, I know. Fucking everybody and their mother has one. I want one,
God,
but
that's just it's such a solid fucking gun. And all right, look, man, I'm not one to play a res, medic. All right, I'm a fucking speedy motherfucking support medic. You know what I mean, bro? Like I'm coming to save your ass out of fucking trouble. But when I played Evolve, bitch, I will leave you in the dust and be like, "Hey, cuz, you good? You good? You did. I'd be over there in a minute, cuz."
true, like, because that's the way that Lazarus was meant to be played. It wasn't about like healing people when they were about to go down. It was about getting that damage in, waiting for them to go down and for the monster to run away, and then picking them up, doing a quick healing burst so you make sure you don't die so that you can keep making sure other motherfuckers come back when they die.
But the thing that pissed me off is his revive was really well done, and the fact that you could take it and it had a counter. It gave it, it wasn't invincible.
Right.
The bad thing was once the monsters started killing people and like knocking them down and killing them, they could eat them and it would make his res null and void, and he would just be rendered useless pretty much as a healer.
That's true.
And that's something Turtle Rock really should have fucking thought about, because that was one of the main reasons people stopped playing Lazarus and ultimately stopped playing healers in the game, is because you had like two choices. You had Val with her fucking healing gun. You had Slim, the fucking combat medic, who healed off of like literally shooting motherfuckers and getting his heal burst back faster. And
You mean Reaper?
Sorry, did you mean Anna?
fucking essentially, yeah, man. Who else was the fucking healer? It was Slim, Lazarus, Val.
I wasn't
There
even
was,
in the game that long. Like, I do not remember Slim at all.
Slim was a DLC character they dropped, and there's another motherfucker.
Like, I played
didn't.
Slim when it came out again, free to play, but I wasn't in the game for long enough for him to get there.
And man, it's nice and it's fun, and I really want to play it again, but the community just fell apart so fast, man. It just fell apart. They had one big tournament, and that was it.
Okay, but I know we're on this tangent, but let me bring it back to fun garbage. Did y'all ever play the game Brutal Legend?
Yes, with the Jack.
Yes. Fucking Jack Black in that bitch.
The
And,
first
like,
half I liked.
It wasn't really that good of a game overall, but it was so much fun to play. Like, it was like, I don't even know how to describe, like,
Hey, Rampage.
hero-based
What's going on, bud?
RTS, I guess.
Yeah, in the beginning of the game, it was nice. Like, oh shit, I'm learning how to play the guitar and motherfucking fucking summon motherfuckers. But when it got to the to where you were just flying around above the fucking matches and scenes, that shit lost me, because I had so much fun in the third person perspective of going around actually doing things on my own.
Right.
So when it made that switch mid game, I was like, sorry, not sorry. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could still generally get behind it, and like I beat the game, and like the thing that got it for me was like it was a good story, it was a good fucking world, like just the way that they set up the whole like Brutal Legend universe and like the fucking heavy metal world that they had it set in was fucking incredible, and like all of the enemies were really fucking cool, and it was just a really fucking like everything came together, but the gameplay was like so a lot of the time.
Okay, all right, I can feel that.
Fucking playing guitar for like big attacks and shit, like I don't know, I feel like that's some like Ocarina of Time like nostalgia, but it was still
Okay.
some mechanic.
I definitely dig that type of mechanic.
I don't think I've ever been as excited or had as much fun than the fucking chase scene where you have to like hop in your fucking rat rod and get the fuck out of Dodge, and you're running away from a fucking dragon creature, and all of a sudden you hear this guitar in the background, and you're like, "Is that fucking Dragon Force?" And then it's through the fire and the flames.
I love it. I just love it so much.
I was fucking like 13 years old, having a goddamn heart attack.
Motherfucker said they brought it back. They brought it back.
Through the fire and the flames came on.
It was Brutal Legend.
Oh.
You know what else is a fucking really... I loved it. I don't really know if it was a good game per se. Mirror's Edge, the first one, and Catalyst. I've always like parkour has always been like a fucking dream.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of me,
and like when the demo came out, because that was still in fucking demo times, that shit was crazy. Like everybody was like, "This is a fucking parkour game. It's like Assassin's Creed, but like
without the assassin."
Right. It's just Creed.
It was realistic. It's just Creed. But it was... But it was a realistic dystopian fucking world that was so like, it was so painted on like how people like, if the world was like this and everybody did this, everything would work out so much better. You know what I mean? It was like, well, if you thought about that, let me show you why you're wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What shit, I was thinking about some... Oh no, it was a Game Ranks video about BioShock, and they were talking about how it's that same kind of concept where it's like it's exploring this world with this one particular ideology, but like kind of the point of it is to show that
what if
ideally it works out, and maybe it can for a little while, but eventually you get to a point where the ideals of that system get in the way of themselves or of the way that like humanity and the human race works like on a base level.
But one, because humanity can try to make fucking rules and try to make ideologies and shit, but at the end of the day, sooner or later somebody's going to be like, but what if we didn't?
Right, you're always going to have outliers is the thing. Like you can try and make a strict social code, but you're always going to have people that either just don't fit into it or they don't want to fit into it like they used to, and they decided, I'm not trying to fuck with that.
Yeah. And that's a really cool fucking point to like bring out, you know what I mean? Because we have such a fucking counterculture is the popular culture these days, you know what I mean?
Right.
And especially in our generation, the generation above us, I don't really know what the fuck, what would you call that? They don't even like pop culture, man. I guess it's like a nostalgia culture, you know what I mean? That's where they're at now.
I think I just saw.
The thing is, like, we're kind of in a nostalgia culture. Like, we're in a nostalgia culture for like media and shit. Everybody wants to, like, the fucking 90s, early 2000s shit is like glorified. And don't get me wrong, like I don't have a problem with that. It's just like I don't even know, like it's kind of like we're getting into an era of reboots being like roughly equal to original ideas and content.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you can make a solid reboot, then by all means do it, because then you can extend these like critically acclaimed movies and games and shit to new generations and show them that. But at the same time, that's like, it's like a remix of like fucking Beethoven's symphonies. Like, it's...
Are we talking about Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5? Because, bro, I don't care who you were, bro, but if you had a PlayStation, you had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Oh, absolutely.
You had it. It didn't matter.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, 3, probably 4. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland was my shit. And like, I would love to see a good, high quality skateboarding game come back, but like, it's just
It
not.
won't.
It's not in
It won't.
the. It's something
Skateboarding's not
that
as cool as it used to
everyone.
be.
Well, here's the thing. It's something that everyone would definitely enjoy if it came out, but no one's willing to give it the chance on a base level before it's finished to get it the proper funding that it needs. That's why when the first skate game came out, that shit was revolutionary. That was a good ass control scheme, and it fucking just capitalized on making you feel like you were actually doing something in the skateboarding game other than just pressing buttons in the air. And then
Matter of
Skate
fact,
came out, and it was roughly the same budget, and it was basically the same game, new setting. But
yeah,
Skate 3 just had no budget, and like people still play it, but like it's a joke game that people play to fucking look at glitches and shit.
yeah.
What is?
Skate 3.
Timmy, keep up.
Yo, I fucking love Jacksepticeye's videos on Skate 3. That shit was golden.
Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly, but like I
It
said,
might be because
it's a
he's an
glitch
idiot
game.
and plays
It's
games.
just what you go to
terribly.
fucking laugh at shit.
And that's sad, bro, because I think the where skateboarding games as a whole messed up is when Tony Hawk flipped from, controller based gameplay and a little bit story based gameplay, is when they had all the cameos and it switched to fucking motion controls. That's when they really lost everybody.
You mean when I could play as Spider-Man?
Okay,
No, Timmy.
first of all, fuck you.
That was the shit.
Cool.
She was dope.
But like, I understand the cameos because like, that's
You
real
have to have them. You have to have them. But when you take the cameos and mix them with the fucking unpopular motion controls, no one likes motion controls.
Absolutely.
No one.
I mean-
Motherfuckers play the Kinect because they don't have motion controls. They're just moving their fucking body.
Let's. Okay, I can understand that to an extent, and I mean if I don't know, I feel like essentially VR is the extension of motion controls, because VR with hand tracking controls, that's motion controls, but it's the sense
good
of
motion
being
controls.
in it. Like if the fucking Wii had controllers like the fucking Oculus Touch, where I actually had like hand presence and I felt like what I was doing outside of the game had a 1-to-1 scale, or even just like the same motion as what's happening in the game, I would love the fuck out of that. That would have made the Wii the best console in the history of consoles. But like there was like 2 games like that on that console, and then every other game was like shake the controller as hard as you can and your character will keep attacking. But it has nothing to do with the way that you're swinging the controller or what's actually happening in the real world. I think that's part of the appeal for VR is like people don't even necessarily want to be that immersed in the game as like with the headset, but everyone is interested in the idea that you can get into a game, like you can get into Skyrim VR, and if you swing your sword at waist height from right to left, like across your body, you're going to cut that dude at waist height from right to left across your body. And it's a 1-to-1 motion track instead of just fucking fist pumping and then they do some random attack.
I feel that, man. But I mean, I'm looking at the Oculus Touch right now. What is it? They have sensors, right? Like sensors you put around the room.
Yeah.
Yes, the Oculus has
I see 4 sensors,
that-
a headset, and two hand controls.
Yeah, the beacons are kind of like, as far as I understand, they're kind of like mic stands. Like they can get short enough to go like on top of your desk, but they can also like stand up high enough to where you can put them on the ground and put them in the corner of a room.
Let's explore that shit, because we grew up in an era of sitting down playing games and shit like that. What about this new fucking? I guess you could even call it a reboot. You know what I mean? From sitting down playing games. All right, let's get up and go play a game. All right, let's sit down and play a game with these super high tech, fucking very fine tuned controllers. Back up into all right, let's get up and play the game.
Right,
Because
and
that shit drives me fucking insane. Like I dig it. I dig it so fucking much. because it's such a new. It's not even a new idea. It's an old idea done right. It's the way that it should have been done.
Right, exactly. And I think that's the reason that VR has failed so many times in the past, because there have been so many attempts at virtual reality, starting with the Virtual Boy back in fucking 19, like fucking I don't know, 1906 or some shit. And like, admittedly, a good part of the reason that that failed is because it was a fucking two tones of red. But like, they were on the right track with headset immersion, but nobody really wanted to get super interested until they
Oops.
had some sort of body presence. Like as soon as you got hand presence into it with the HTC Vive, everybody went wild for that shit. The original like Oculus, the original Oculus hardware, like the DK1,
Yeah,
everybody was interested in it,
but it never really
but
blew up.
nobody was super crazy about it until people took like the fucking Razer nunchuck type controllers
Yeah,
and started using them for motion control, like hand presence of some sort. And then they came out with that what is it, like the leap sensor, I think it was called,
yeah. Oh yeah,
that
the
like
leap motion.
mapped
Leap
your
motion.
skeleton of your hands and fingers.
Yeah, we
And that
actually
shit was
we
janky
actually
as
have
hell.
one at my university. We used it, and we used it for like it was weird, bro. It's so weird how accurate it is. You know what I mean? It's
Right, and
that.
that's the thing that amazed people was when the 1-to-1 scale came out, because no one had ever done it like that before. Even if you had some kind of tracking like that, it was never calibrated well enough to where if you moved your hand 3 inches to the right in real life, you could watch your hand move what in your perspective was 3 inches to the right in the game.
And it's still fucking smooth. Like I still want to fucking lead motion.
I mean, everyone does, just because it's the aspect of something that gives you that full hand presence. Because with what we have now, we have partial hand presence. We have like your index finger can be either extended or closed on something. Your thumb can be up or it can be down. And like your other three fingers on your hand can be either out or closed. But like the thing that people want, like people want to be able to do fucking straight up like sign language in VR. They want to be able to have their full dexterity and range of motion within the game, within VR, so that they can do all the cool shit that they could do if they actually had these scenarios in real life.
Now I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push it a little bit farther with that. If they get to the point where it's so accurate that it's literally a 1-to-1 ratio where you can't tell the difference in between you doing it in the real world and you doing it in VR, where does that lead us, man? Because there's been so many. You know about it, bro. You know about all the fucking dystopian goddamn shit. We're just like, all right, now we got two fucking societies. We got the fucking online society and the motherfucking offline society. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's the thing, is that I don't necessarily think that those two are directly connected. I think that there's a lot of bridging with like software and game development that would have to go in between that to get to that point where everyone is like, oh shit, what was that fucking Bruce Willis movie called?
You talking
Y'all
about
know the one I'm
Sixth
talking
Sense?
about. I'm sorry?
You talking about Sixth Sense?
No, fucking oh god, I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me, but like the whole concept is that it's like near future semi dystopia where
Is he
there's
driving a
like
taxi?
millions of people who are god damn it, shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know
they're
what you're
like
talking about.
linked into fucking like avatar bodies, and you can be like I think it ends up being that like Bruce Willis, like you find out that this 20-some-year-old character is actually Bruce Willis, and then like his girlfriend in these like with these avatars is
Yeah,
actually like 80 some, and she's like on life support or some shit. And like I thoroughly endorse that for like people who have something like locked in syndrome, who like they literally can't move their body at all, but like their mind is still present. Because right now, that's basically a fucking death sentence.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you're right.
you can't just live like that. You can't live in such a way that you can experience the outside world but not interact with it.
Yeah, but
But
I'm not pushing that far to where it's just like fucking everybody's linked into their fucking computers type shit. More like the fucking breakdown in between like business deals, you know what I mean? You see motherfuckers on Diablo and WoW, bro, stacking cash from just sitting down and just going at it, finding rare shit, flipping it, making money, bro. That's a
and that's
new
shit you can
business
do.
adventure, bro. It's a new business adventure, and when you can fully immerse yourself in it, bro, it's gonna be another gold rush. That's exactly what the fuck it's gonna be.
And I mean, I can see that happening, and I don't necessarily see where that is a bad thing. Like, for example, the one that comes to my mind off the top of my head is Eve Online. Do y'all know about that game?
Yeah,
Basically, like a space commerce simulator of sorts. Um, and you can create your own businesses and shit. And you could be like a space pirate. You can be a space fucking businessman, whatever. But like, you get this in-game currency, and eventually you can build up to this like mega currency that you can actually then trade in real life, and people will like actually buy it with real money.
hashtag Bitcoin.
I mean, shit, kinda. The fucking and like
Yo,
that's
Bitcoin mining is so much harder than that.
Timmy
Oh
said,
yeah,
y'all ever tried to Bitcoin mine? Because I sure as shit did. I'm trying to get rich quick before this shit fucking explodes.
Do you know how much Bitcoin is worth? That shit
You know
already
oh
how much
god, how much is it
Bitcoin
worth
is
now?
not going to be worth in a fucking year?
Dude, Bitcoin's price has
Literally, the
plummeted.
CEO of the Bitcoin company was like, hey, all your fucking money is pretty much gone already. This means nothing.
I mean, yeah, like fucking shit is weird,
And it's the internet, bro.
but
Everything comes
its
and goes
theoretical
with no
value
fucking
is
problem.
pretty high.
The theoretical value of my ass is pretty high. You know what I mean? That's why
I
it's theoretical.
I don't know
You know
about
what I
that
mean?
one. Then again,
I
I've
mean,
also
Timmy,
never tried to sell your ass, so
actually, you're not gonna get into that. But the reason it's theoretically high, Tim, it's fucking what can how look at the Earth's gravity. Could that shit be theoretically higher? Fuck yeah,
okay,
it could
no,
be.
but the
It's not.
sales price for Bitcoin,
For right now, is
yeah,
it's hard to look at it like that since money is a fluctuating fucking point. You know what I mean?
money in general is just fucking crazy. And the thing that makes like actual physical currency that we have in the real world right now that we use so normalized to us is because it's what's been around, and also it was a gradual process getting out of like bartering and then
I
getting
miss that shit.
into that bartering. Fuck you,
I
Jay.
miss that shit. Real shit though,
Jay
bro. I
said,
bought it at the farmers
God
market
damn, the
like
fucking
a motherfucker.
1430s. That was my shit.
Motherfucking. Hey, bro, you
But
got two potatoes, cuz? Let me trade you this fucking head of lettuce, bro. Motherfucking
and like
grown in
honestly,
my
that's some shit
backyard.
that I could
No
definitely be about.
pesticides. You know what I
But like
mean, man?
the thing with the currency that we have now is like we moved from bartering into a system of base currencies. We're talking like not even like necessarily actually currency yet. It's just, hey, this
We're
amount
using
of
this.
gold.
Yeah, we're using this for money. This is what this is
Right.
worth.
This
You
is
know
the
what I mean?
one standardized thing that we're going to use for exchanges. And then it moves into, okay, well, we don't actually just want to be throwing this shit around. So
This stands for
we're going to
this. You know what I
hold
mean?
on to that so that we have a base standard, but then we're going to create a stand-in for it. And then it just gets kind of convoluted as it goes on.
And that's what fucking confounds me, man. Like, there's so many things that could be solved when it comes to like money problems if we just fucking sat down and was like, all right, fucking pound is dumb. Let's get rid of it. Let's fucking normalize all that shit. No problem. And you went like country by country, breaking it down. Like, all right, is this a fair price for your thing? And it'd be just a back and forth negotiation of what people realize, and like it will make people realize how much their stuff is actually worth. You know what I mean? Not just to
Right,
them,
right.
but to the people who are actually going to be paying for those goods and services, which is it's kind of fucked up that we have so many different currencies when
I was just about to say, like, even just standardizing a universal currency would make everyone's life 100 times easier, just because then it doesn't become a game of this is more in this state or this country. It's everything costs the same for everyone, no matter where you're getting it from. So you don't have to worry about if you're fucking in Britain and you've got $3 American on you and you convert that into pounds, and all of a sudden you don't have to enough to pay for a fucking gallon of milk.
I fucking hate
Because
milk.
$3 is like
you.
a pound and a half, because fucking America's money isn't worth a goddamn anymore.
You're right. You're right. And it's not
Still
like
got
we're not
fucking
capable
leg
of
up
it.
on fucking like the dong and fucking
Yeah,
like,
the
like
dong
that.
is so low, man. Southeastern currency as a whole is low, man, and that doesn't make fucking sense to me, man. There's so much agriculture and production that shit should not be like that.
The
But
thing is, like, are they all on a standardized, like, the question
No.
I have is it all on a standardized gold base?
No,
See, that's
it's
the
not.
shit that fucks me up. Because like it's like $1, even if it's worth a little bit more or less than another currency, like $1 shouldn't be fucking 1,200 yen or whatever the fuck it is, because yen
I think it's
is
800
crazy.
yen.
Yeah, it's like a fucking 1 yen translates to like $1.
Oh no, wait, it's 100 yen. 100 yen's like, oh god, is 1,000 yen $10? 1,000 yen's like $10. I could have swore. Hold on, let me look
Right,
it
so
up.
1 yen translates to a penny in that case. And like, I just don't understand. Like, just knock some fucking zeros off that bitch and tell everybody, hey, a yen is worth more all of a sudden.
But
Because
the thing is,
having
I don't
a
think-
price on an
oh my
item
God.
that's 14,000 of anything is just fucking stupid.
it's kind of the point that countries don't want to, I don't know, fucking they don't want to conform. You know what I mean? Everybody has their tradition. Like Japan's been around for fucking what? Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Nope. Oh
Fucking-
god, get out of there, punk. Because Japan's been around for what? Goddamn, since 3,000? No, 10,000 BC, somewhere around there.
Some
When Japan
crazy shit
started
like
getting up
that.
like that.
Don't make me fucking go look up fucking history of Japan in this bitch.
Trying. No.
It is funny and historically accurate, and that is what I aim to be in my entire life.
I feel that also 1,000 yen is $8.91 right now.
See, that's just wild to me. Like, I'm just trying to understand what kind of system they have that made them decide that rather than having like any kind of decimals in their money, they would rather just have fucking 13 zeros on the end of like what equates
It's
to a
easier to
dollar.
do it's easier to do business transactions that way. You don't have to worry about the decimal point, so it's always whole numbers. So I get where they're coming from with
I
it.
mean, but at
it's
that
still
point,
kind of-
literally all it is fucking like, if you remove the decimal point, that's all there is to it. Like, it's not an issue of like a decimal point literally doesn't make a number different. If you move it, it's the same number, and you can put the decimal point back when you're done, but you can do all the same equations and shit.
Okay, I feel where you're coming from. It's not even like we're incapable of working together to figure out a common fucking base, but also not every fucking I think what do second world countries base their money off of most of the time? Because I know first world countries normally do gold, which is the reason
Right,
why
it's
their
usually a
currency is a
gold
lot
standard.
higher. But now I want to find out. Second world country. What is it?
Monetary standard.
Currency base.
Yeah, I would say currency base would be a good way to phrase it.
Let me see. World currency. Let's see. Single world currency. That's not fucking making too much. Economically incapable in the present world, nations are not able to work together closely enough to be able to produce and support a common currency. There has to be a high level of trust between different countries before a true world currency can be created. A world currency might even undermine national sovereignty of smaller states, which is real shit.
Wait, hold up. Run that back by me one more time.
Last sentence, or you want the whole thing back?
The whole thing.
In the present world, nations are not able to work together closely enough to be able to produce and support a common currency. There has to be a high level of trust between different countries before a true world currency could be created. A world currency might even undermine national sovereignty of smaller states. Because smaller states have things that in some cases, I want to say all cases, smaller countries have something that bigger countries want, and bigger countries are either going to move in and persuade the motherfuckers out of it, or try to buy them out with their big shiny money.
Okay, I feel you.
Persuade.
And it's
roll intimidation.
That's exactly what the fuck it is, man.
America, fuck yeah.
And it's
fucking Donald Trump's America.
Actually, hold on. World use of the euro and U.S. dollars. Damn, that's not a lot. Like, bro, I can dead ass count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably about 30 countries that use the euro and US dollar. Everybody else uses something different. Everybody else.
Right.
Like, doesn't Egypt have their own dollar?
I believe so. I don't know what it is right off the top of my head.
Where?
Chinese renminbi is one.
Fucking excuse me?
Chinese renminbi, as a result of rapid internalization of the renminbi, as of 2013, it was the world's 8th most widely traded currency. At the end of November 2015, the Chinese renminbi was designated as one of the world's global currencies and became one of the currency in the currency basket known as special drawing rights. And I've never heard of that. I've never heard of it. And it's kind of fucked up that it's in the top 10 most traded currencies, and we've never heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fucking... that shakes my fucking core, man. Even with, like... And we can do it, you know what I mean? Like, we have fucking Esperanto, a common language for the fucking world, bro. But who fucking knows it? You know what I mean?
I'm sorry,
Right.
did you say there's a common language for the world?
Yeah, it's called Esperanto.
I thought it was English. Primarily
have
because
y'all
pretty
ever
much everywhere
seen-
fucking learns English now.
I was gonna say, have y'all ever seen a fucking movie? Everybody speaks English.
No, like most other countries, it's required to learn English.
I
At
wouldn't
least
say
at a
most.
base level.
Hold on, here it is right here, bro.
Definitely
I got you.
European
Hold on.
countries.
Okay, most first world countries.
All right, hold on. Worldwide, millions of people speak Esperanto. Thousands of books are printed in Esperanto, both translated and original works. There are over 100 periodicals regularly published in Esperanto, the international language that works. Like when I like dead ass when I found out about it, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Americans have long heard the cliche, wherever you go, people speak English. In fact, at most 10% of the world speaks English, and often in other countries, only people in the best hotels of the largest cities can use English, and even they are often not very fluent. Anyone who has visited a foreign country and struggled with language barriers understands this, which is some true ass shit. You ever tried to go to Spain and try to order a fucking tapas?
Jalen, which one of me or Alex do you think has gone to Spain?
You right. I take that back.
I was actually gonna go, but I'm poor.
Same. But I
You think I wouldn't have been to
shit
fucking Italy when I was 13 years old if I wasn't poor as shit?
Uh, yeah. Okay. It said there's a real need for an international language, which is real shit. Its name is Esperanto, created by Dr. Ludwig L. Zamenhof, a Polish physician, created in 1887. Is it really that fucking old?
That
And
is
it's been learned by millions, bro.
fucking wild.
Esperanto is the only one that has stood the test of time and is being spoken today. It is in daily use by many thousands of people all over the world, and the number is growing constantly. Many international meetings are held in Esperanto. Hold on.
About to run back some Tory Bash if anybody wants to play that shit.
Alright, guys. Well, it's looking like it's getting to about an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and call this podcast
Oh
here.
man. Oh
Bitch,
man,
why?
we are just getting into this.
Until next week.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Let it
Stay
roll.
fresh. I'm going to bed and it's running off my computer. Eat me.
Just let it fucking go.
Then when's it
bro.
gonna stop? Also, you're gonna hear my death snores. So no.
That's true. Also, about to start this